video showing you another awesome card trick and tutorial. But before I do that, you guys do notice that I do have the number 508 light out on the table with matches. That is because I have a puzzle for you guys. So here is the puzzle. The puzzle is, starting with 508, if you move only 2 matches, what is the largest possible value you can make? So again, the puzzle is you need to move 2 matches to create the largest possible value. That's it. That's all you have to do. Now, what I want you to do is just, at home, set up matches just like this and give it a shot, and then drop in the comments your answers. If anyone gets it right, I will give their YouTube channel a shout out on my Instagram page, and next week the results will be up on who gets it right. And if no one gets it right, do not worry, I will still upload the answer to this puzzle, because I'm sure you guys might want to try this out with your friends as well. So give it a shot, and maybe you can earn yourself a shout out on my Instagram page. But anyways, this is Cardtrix 8. Card trick is in the name, so I know you guys are here to learn a card trick, so let's get down to that right about now. Alright guys, so it is time to get into the card trick portion of this video. Now, this trick is more on the beginner side, but I do really like the effect on this trick. It is pretty cool. Most spectators cannot figure out how it's done. Heck, I can't even figure out how this is done, and I'll get into more why in the tutorial. But first, let's get into a performance. So this is another impromptu trick. The spectators can shuffle the cards out as much as they desire. It really does not matter. The cards can be and will be shuffled to their liking. Now, once they are done, what I'm going to do is hand the deck to the spectator, and I'm going to let them take out 3 cards, but tell them not to take out 3 separate cards. I'm going to have them take out 3 cards that are easy to remember, not 3 cards that are completely different from each other. For this performance, I'm going to have 3 cards that are most likely completely different from each other, because I don't want you guys to think I'm cheating. So I'm going to pull out just 3 random cards as if the spectator really did have a free choice. So they pick this card, they pick this card, and then they pick this card. Now, I don't even want to know what these cards are, so I will give you guys a look at those 3 cards, see if you can memorize them. And in case they are all different, they might be difficult to memorize, so I will leave the cards on screen so you know exactly what the cards are at all times. But normally the cards are going to be easy to remember for the spectator. So now that the spectator has picked 3 cards, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to separate the deck into 4 random piles, as you can see here. So we're just kind of thumbing over cards, and you can basically again see that the deck is being completely split up into 4 random sections. Now, I'm going to have the spectator place one of their cards on top of this pile. And now they're going to take this pile and cut as many cards as they want from this pile to that pile. So they'll say they lift up here, and they cut the cards. They'll take another card. They'll put it right here. Take as many cards from this pile, and just cut it over to that pile. Once again, take this card, put it here. But this time, we'll just stack up all the piles on top of each other as shown. So, the cards are indeed lost in the deck now. But just to really ensure it, let's give the deck a few more mixes and a few more cuts just to make sure that your card is completely lost within the deck. So now those 3 cards are completely lost. There's no possible way we can know where they are. And only you know what the 3 selections are. So I'm going to deal 2 piles, face up and face down. So you're going to want to focus on the face up pile. If you see any of the cards that you selected, I want you to yell out stop. So let's do it right now. So I'm just going to go through the deck just like this. And then as I'm going through, just yell out stop if you see one of your selections. So we just keep going through, and this might take a while, so I might speed up the video just a little bit. So we just keep going through. No? You guys didn't say stop, so you didn't see any of your cards. Okay, that's a little unusual, because most people see at least one of their cards in the first round, so I'm a little surprised that you didn't see one of your cards. But that's alright. There is, it is an entire deck, so now that this is the second round, so we have half the deck, you should probably see at least 1, if not 2 of your cards. So I'll do it again. I'm going to go face up, face down. If you see one of your cards, just yell stop. So we keep going through. I'm not hearing anything. Now, you didn't say stop again. Are you sure you're paying attention carefully? Because it appears that you still haven't seen one of your cards. You've chosen 3 separate cards. You should have seen at least one of your cards by now. Well, you know what? I started up and then went down. Maybe if I change it up and start with down and then up, maybe you'll see one of your cards. So just yell out stop if you see one of your cards. You're kidding me. You still really haven't seen any of your cards? Really? I'm just shocked. I just cannot believe you haven't seen one of your cards. Are you paying attention? So I guess we'll just go back to the original way. So let me know if you see one of your cards. Well, you didn't say anything, so there are only 3 cards left on the table. So I can only assume that the 9 of clubs, the Queen of clubs, and the 2 of spades were your selections. So anyways, guys, that is the trick. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So now let's get straight into the tutorial. Alright guys, hopefully you stuck around for the tutorial. So like I said, this is a beginner style trick. It is another good one to open with if you're doing a full routine. Now I know a lot of the tricks I've been posting lately have been good opening tricks. That's actually just a coincidence. I've just been picking random tricks to show you guys, and they all just happen to be really good tricks to open up a routine with. So this is an easy one. You can't really screw this up. It is a mathematical card trick. I don't usually post mathematical card tricks as much in this channel, but I did find an exception for this one because I thought this one is brilliant. So let's just get into it. So the deck can be shuffled and cut as much as the spectator wants, so they can do all the shuffling if they should do so desire. Now, you're going to tell them to pick 3 cards of their choice, but you want them to pick 3 cards that are easy to memorize. If they pick 3 completely different cards, there's a good chance they can forget them, and you don't want that. So again, for the performance, all I did was pick 3 random cards to prove I wasn't cheating. But in reality, you don't want them to pick 3 random cards. You want them to look at the deck and take out 3 cards that are easy to remember. So for tutorial purposes, I already took out 3 cards that we're going to use, the Ace, 2, and 3 of diamonds, because that is easy enough to remember. So let's say the spectator picks those 3 cards. Now, you're going to divide the deck up into 4 piles. And you're going to say that the piles are random. The piles are not so random. You actually are counting. The first pile is going to consist of 10 cards. So you're going to be talking to them and saying, okay, so I'm just separating the deck into 4 separate piles. Now, all I did was just thumb over 10 cards. So you want to talk to the spectator and maybe make eye contact as you're doing the pushing, because you don't want them to know you're counting. You actually want them to think you're making random piles. So the best way to do it is count by 3s. Push off 3 cards, then another 3, then another 3, because that's 9, and then push off 1, that's 10. So now say, okay, let's make our second pile, and this time, this one is going to consist of 15 cards. So thumb over 3 at a time and make 15 cards. The third pile is also going to consist of 15 cards. So once again, just talk to your spectator as you're making the pile, just so it doesn't look like you're counting. And then take this last group of cards, which is going to be 9 cards, and set the cards down as so. So it looks like you made 4 completely random piles, but they aren't so random. The first pile is 10, the second pile is 15, the third pile is also 15, and the fourth pile is 9 cards. So from here, the trick is completely mathematical. I do not know how this works or why it works. It just does. So, just follow these instructions. Take 1 card, put it on this pile with the 10 cards, and then have them cut as many cards from this pile over to this pile. Doesn't matter how many. Tell them to take the second card, put it on top of the second pile, and cut as many cards from the third pile over to the second pile. Tell them to take their third card, put it on the third pile, and then just take the whole fourth pile, put it on top, and just start stacking all the piles up in order as shown there. Now from here, you can just go right into the trick, or you can do what I did and you can give the cards a few false cuts. This is the false table cut. If you want a tutorial on that, just drop it in the comments below. And then this is the false swivel cut. Also, if you want a tutorial on that, drop it in the comments below. I'll be happy to upload one for you guys, but I need to know that you guys want it. So, again, you can give the deck some false cuts to mix up the deck more, but you don't have to. You can just dive right into the trick. So, from here, you're going to tell them that you're going to deal 2 piles of face up, face down. And you're going to say, if they see one of their cards, to yell out, stop. Now, they're not going to say stop because they're never going to see one of their cards till the end. But now you want to act this trick out. You're going to be like, really? You still haven't seen one of your cards? Like, you need to, play along with the trick. So, make sure you start with face up. The first card you deal is going to be face up. Start with face up, then face down. And so then you deal the cards just like this. And as you guys know, they're not going to see any of their cards, so I'm just going to speed this up real quick.
1 hour later, 2 hours later, 3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Okay, so of course they haven't seen any of their cards, and from here, do some acting. You're going to say, you didn't say stop, so you didn't see any of your cards. They'll shake their head no, and you're going to be like, huh, that's kind of weird. Usually, people see at least one of their cards in the first round, and you'd be like, well, we were still dealing with a full deck, so I'm sure you'll see. By the way, get rid of the face-up pile and keep the face-down pile. In the second round, I'm sure you'll see at least one, if not maybe two, of your selections. So from here, do the same thing again. Start with the face-up and then continue. And I'll speed this up again because you know they're not going to see anything. Alright, so once you're done, just get rid of the face-up pile and act even more surprised. You're going to be like, really? It's the second round and you still haven't seen one of your cards? Are you sure you're paying attention careful enough? And then they'll be like, yeah, but they still haven't seen anything. So now you're going to be, the third round, you're definitely going to see one of your cards this time. At least one, maybe all three. And you're going to say, you know what, we are dealing face up, then face down. Maybe if I start with face down, you'll see something. So this time, start with the face down card, then face up. And once again, they're not going to see anything. We don't need to speed this up because this takes like 5 seconds. Boom, they'll say no, and you're going to be like, no way. You still haven't seen any of your cards? That's impossible. Just act shocked at this point. Get rid of the face-up pile. And then, once again, just go back to your normal face up first, then face down. And then, I think you guys get the gist from here. The 3 cards at the end are going to be their selections 100% of the time. So that's basically it. Again, I don't know how this works or why it works. It's just mathematics. But let me know what you guys think. I like this one. I hope you guys too. So make sure to leave a comment below, like the video, and of course subscribe to the channel. I would like to thank you guys for 80 subscribers. It does mean a lot to me. We are 20 subscribers away from that first goal of 100 subscribers. So please hit that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to me. And of course, my goals for subscriber count will get bigger as time moves on. So if you want to learn more about my subscriber count goals, you can check out the About section on my channel to learn more. So, yeah, there's not much else to say. Don't forget to drop the answers to the puzzle in the comments below for a chance at a shout out. Winners will be announced in a week. And again, if there are no winners, I will still post the answer because I'm sure you guys are going to want to try this puzzle on your friends. Alright, so I will see you guys in the next video. Cardtrix 8 signing off. When it comes to magic, follow your dreams. Peace out.